While demand for EVs may be on the rise, but we can't deny that some of us still like the sound of our engine. So some of us may only drive petrol cars, some of us may only drive EV cars, or some of us may drive a combination of both petrol cars and EV cars. So when we pump our petrol and charge our EVs, we have to pay for the petrol and also pay for the EV charging. And this adds into our travel and transportation charges and expenses. And with that being said, we can save some money, some petrol money and EV charging money with cashback credit cards. There are credit cards that offer cashback for petrol spending and EV charging in Malaysia. So in today's video, we'll be covering cashback credit cards for both categories. We'll cover for the petrol spending first and then for the EV charging spending. Instead of splitting the cashback categories into two, we're going to combine them together and cover them in this video. Before we continue, this is a shout out to my shop. You can browse, find and explore and buy things and items for your car, home and lifestyle. Living room, dining room, kitchen, bathroom, bedroom and for your home. So today we will be looking at some cashback credit cards for petrol, and I've narrowed down the credit cards to a selected few credit cards to help you meet in your this petrol spending. And I put them in a table, and you can also download the file in the description below. So the credit cards that I've narrowed down to are the Affin Bank BHP Petrol Touch and Feel Mastercard Contactless Card, the Petronas Platinum Mastercard, Petronas Platinum I Credit Card, and the Cash Rebate Platinum Mastercard by CIMB, then the Cashback Visa Credit Card, Islamic Cashback Credit Card I, and Cashback Mastercard Credit Card by RHB, then the UOB One Card, then the Aeon Big Visa Classic Card, then the M-Bank Islamic Visa Platinum Cars Card I, the Maybank Islamic Mastercard Equan Gold Card I, and the Public Bank Petron Visa Gold Card. So not all cards you can spend on any petrol station. Some cards require you to spend at selected petrol station to qualify for the cashback. If you prefer to pump at selected petrol station, let's say you have some petrol stations that you will only pump at, maybe because of the quality of the petrol or the service or the technology of the machine, there are cashback credit cards for those selected petrol stations, petrol brands. If you prefer to pump at, let's say, BHP or Petronas or Petron, then you can consider these cards: the Affin Bank BHP Petrol Touch and Feel Mastercard Contactless Card, the Petronas Platinum Mastercard, and the Petronas Platinum I Credit Card by CIMB, and the Public Bank Petron Visa Gold Card. Then these other cards we see here, they allow you to collect cashback from no matter which station you pump at. Then some cards require you to pump on selected days to earn the cashback. So like the Affin Bank BHP Petrol Touch and Feel Mastercard Contactless, you need to pump on either weekends or weekdays to be entitled for the cashback. Then the Aeon Big Visa Classic Card, you need to pump on Sundays only to also be entitled for a cashback. And then the Maybank Islamic Mastercard Equan Gold Card I, you need to pump on Friday and Saturday only in order to be entitled for the cashback. However, if you find yourself pumping mostly on other days, from like between Monday to Thursday, or you don't want to inconvenience yourself to be fixed to pumping on selected specific days, then you can consider these other cards. Then now on to the cashback and numbers. So even though some cards give very high cashback rates, and based on the table here, as much as 5% cashback, you still need to meet the spending requirement and the monthly cap on the cashback in order to be considered for the cashback. You need to spend a certain amount in order to get the cashback. Even then, there is a monthly cap on the cashback. So let's say last month, you spent 500 ringgit on petrol on weekends using the Aeon Big Visa Classic Mastercard. You should get a cashback of 25 ringgit based on the 5% cashback rate. But then there's a monthly cap of 15 ringgit, so you only get 15 ringgit in cashback instead of the full 25 ringgit that you pump based on 5%. So you see here, most of the cashbacks are below the monthly cap at 500 ringgit spending on petrol. However, if you find yourself spending more, maybe due to increase in petrol prices or sudden work travel changes, or maybe you want to hit the max monthly cap, looking at this column here, you need to spend these amounts monthly on petrol to max out on the cashback and reach the monthly cap. However, if you don't want to worry about the spending requirements and yet achieve the max cashback from the monthly cap, you can consider the M-Bank Islamic Visa Platinum Cars Card I, as there is no monthly spend requirement and you can spend the maximum cashback of 80 ringgit. But there's a catch here. You need to do a partial or minimum credit card payment in order to be entitled for the cashback. Like ICE cars or petrol cars, there are already cashback credit cards for petrol spending. So that means every time when you drive an ICE car and you pump the petrol, you can use the credit card to get cashback on your petrol spending. So that means you save some money on your petrol expenses. So now for EV users, one of the reasons why we drive EV is to save money in the short term and long term on petrol expenses, and also maybe on like car maintenance and other car related expenses. So now we want to save even more money on our EV charging, and of course this is in addition to saving the environment and to save costs, petrol costs, transportation costs. So today we will be exploring some credit cards that provide cashback for EV charging to help you save that extra ringgit and extra dollar on your EV charging. And these cards are the CIMB Petronas Visa Platinum I Credit Card, CIMB Petronas Platinum Mastercard, CIMB Petronas Platinum I Credit Card, the CIMB Petronas Visa Infinite I Credit Card, Maybank Islamic Petronas Equan Visa Gold Card I, and the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equan Visa Platinum Card I. So let's start off with the CIMB Petronas Visa Platinum I Credit Card. So to apply for this credit card, you need to meet the minimum income requirement of 2,000 ringgit per month in order to be eligible to apply for this credit card. Then after you have gotten this credit card, specifically for Petronas transaction or Settle app transaction at Petronas and EV charging at Petronas stations, you get 4% and 8% cashback. At a monthly cap of 50 ringgit, you get 4% cashback if you spend between 500 ringgit to 1,999 ringgit per month, but the cashback is limited to 50 ringgit per month. But then if you spend 2,000 ringgit and above monthly, you get 8% cashback, but the cashback is capped at 50 ringgit per month. Then we move on to the next card, CIMB Petronas Platinum Mastercard. Like the previous CIMB Visa card, you need to pin a minimum 2,000 ringgit income per month in order to be eligible to get this credit card. Then once you got this credit card, when you do any Settle app transaction and spend for 1,500 ringgit or above, you get 7% cashback, but then there's a monthly cap of 30 ringgit. Then we move on to the third card, the CIMB Petronas Platinum I Credit Card. This card also you need to meet minimum 2,000 ringgit income per month to be eligible to apply for this card. Then with this card, on any Settle app spend, that means you spend through the Settle app from 1,500 ringgit or above, you also get 7% cashback. But then the cashback is capped to 30 ringgit per month. Okay, then we move to the fourth credit card, which is the CIMB Petronas Visa Infinite I Credit Card. This card has a very high and higher minimum income requirement. You need to have at least 10,000 ringgit income per month to be eligible to apply for this credit card. Then with this card, if you do any Petronas transaction or Settle app transaction at Petronas and EV charging at Petronas station, if you spend from 1,500 to 3,999 per month, you get 6% cashback, but the cashback is capped at 60 ringgit. But then if you spend more and higher, if you spend from 4,000 ringgit or above per month, monthly, you get double percentage the cashback, you get 12% cashback. But then again, the cashback is also capped at 60 ringgit per month. So with this card, it depends on your spending. The lower you spend, you get 6% cashback. The higher you spend, you get 12% cashback. So this is for CIMB credit cards. Now we move on to the fifth credit card. It is the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equan Visa Gold Card I. This card I think is more of an entry level because the minimum income requirement is 2,500 ringgit per month. Then when you get this card and you spend on weekdays or weekends, any amount, you get 1% cashback on weekdays and 8% cashback on weekends. That means if you spend at Petronas station charging your EV on weekdays, you get 1% cashback. But then let's say if you recharge your EV on weekends at Petronas station, you get 8% cashback. And whether it's weekend or weekdays, the monthly cap for both categories, they are both capped at 50 ringgit. But the good thing is that there's no spending requirement. There's no minimum spending requirement. It is any amount. You don't have to spend like from above 1,000 ringgit or above 3,000 ringgit or above 4,000 ringgit or below a certain amount to be eligible for the cashback. Then we move on to the sixth credit card, which is also the last cashback credit card for EV charging. And this is the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equan Visa Platinum Card I. This card has double the minimum income requirement. You need to have 5,000 ringgit income per month to be eligible for this card. But then this card, the terms and conditions, that means the cashback, the monthly cap, and also the spending requirements is the same as the previous Maybank cashback card, the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equan Visa Gold Card I. And then for the annual fees for the primary card and supplementary card, for all these 6 cards, there is no annual fee. No annual fee for the primary card and supplementary card. They are free for life. Okay, so now that we know what are the credit cards that we can use for the cashback for the EV charging. Next, of course, now we need to learn how to utilize the credit cards to get the maximum cashback. So if you have the CIMB Petronas Visa Platinum I credit card and you spend it at the Petronas and you use it to pay for your EV charging or through the Settle app transaction, to get the 8% cashback, the maximum cashback, you need to spend 2,000 ringgit. So then you should get 160 ringgit in cashback. But then because there's the monthly cap of 50 ringgit, so your maximum cashback for this credit card will be 50 ringgit cashback. Then for the CIMB Petronas Platinum Mastercard, if you spend 1,500 ringgit through the Settle app to pay for your EV charging, the maximum cashback rate will be 7%, which works out to 105 ringgit. But then because there's a monthly cap of 30 ringgit, so your maximum cashback with this credit card will be 30 ringgit if you spend 1,500 ringgit on your EV charging with this credit card. And these calculations and numbers also worked out the same for the next credit card, which is the CIMB Petronas Platinum I credit card. So let's say if you also spend 1,500 ringgit, the maximum cashback rate should be 7%, but then because there's a monthly cap, so you also only get the maximum cashback of 30 ringgit. Then if you have the CIMB Petronas Visa Infinite I credit card, and let's say if you spend 4,000 ringgit at Petronas station to charge your EV, you should get the maximum cashback rate of 12%. So that should give you the cashback of 480 ringgit. But then because there's a monthly cap, so your maximum monthly cashback will be 60 ringgit. Then for the next credit card, the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equine Visa Gold Card I, as mentioned earlier, you can spend any amount to get the cashback rate. Whether you spend on weekdays or weekends, you'll get 1% and 8% cashback respectively. So let's say on weekdays you charge your EV at Petronas station, you need to spend 5,000 ringgit in a month to get the maximum cashback of 1%, which then works out to the maximum monthly cashback cap of 50 ringgit. Then if you charge your EV on the weekend at Petronas station, to reach the 8% cashback, you need to spend 625 ringgit on weekend at Petronas station charging your EV to get the maximum cashback, which is also the monthly cap in cashback of 50 ringgit. Then the last credit card, which is the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equine Visa Platinum Card I, it's the same numbers and calculations. If you charge your EV at Petronas station on weekdays and weekends, and you also spend 5,000 ringgit and 625 ringgit, you should reach the maximum cashback rate of 1% and 8%, which will then get back in return 50 ringgit in cashback for weekend and weekday spending with the Maybank credit card. So now how to combine and utilize some of these credit cards together to give you in return the maximum cashback. Firstly, if you find yourself driving a lot, then you might want to get both of the Maybank credit cards together. So maybe on Saturdays only you use the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equine Visa Gold Card I, and then on Sundays you use the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equine Visa Platinum Card I. So throughout the month, you will spend a total of 1,250 ringgit on EV charging, and that will give you the maximum cashback of 8%, and that will be 100 ringgit in cashback. Or let's say you find yourself spending about 2,000 ringgit in EV charging a month, and it doesn't matter whether you're pumping on weekdays or weekends, then you can consider combining the CIMB Petronas Platinum Mastercard or the CIMB Petronas Platinum I credit card with the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equine Visa Gold Card I and the Maybank Islamic Petronas Equine Visa Platinum Card I. Let's say you use either of the CIMB cards and the Maybank cards. You have one CIMB card and one Maybank card, and let's say you spend a total of 2,125 ringgit. That will net you a total of 15% in cashback, because 7% cashback with the CIMB card and the 8% cashback with the Maybank card, and then taking into account the maximum monthly cap, so that's a total cashback of 80 ringgit. So I think these are some of the ways that you can mix and match the credit cards to tailor to your spendings and expenses related to your EV charging to help you get the maximum cashback from the credit card. So with this credit card, at the very basic, you need to charge your EV at the Petronas station, and also it will be more convenient to link your credit cards and to make payment through the Settle app. So that's it on petrol and EV charging cashback credit cards. I hope you learned and liked something from today's video. If you like what you watched, hit the like button below and also subscribe to this channel to stay tuned for more videos like this and in investing, finance, real estate, and home and living products. And with that being said, see you in the next video.